Hey Hollywood Hills fans, welcome to this week's show. As you can hear, I've still got flu in my nose. We are still trying to work through that, but I am feeling a lot better than I was last week. Hopefully looking a bit better as well, because I've managed to get a little bit of rest. What went down this weekend? It was Ertsberg. And I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I was out there on the rooftop bar at Raceworks KTM watching it all go down. No spoilers. If you haven't watched it already, go onto Red Bull TV and check it out. Here on Hollywood, we're getting ourselves ready for what is going to be a banger racing month in June. Last week, I told you where I was going to be, so I won't bore you too much with all that, but I want to tell you about other things that are going on out here at Hollywood. So, you know that I've been rocking that 350 KTM, been loving that bike, but I did find that it was geared a little bit wrong for me when I went down to do that amazing Iron Horse event a couple of weeks back down in KZN. So when I came back, I reached out to our good friends at EMD and we came up with a concept that we could actually start promoting some of their products, because remember, EMD, not only a selling arm of the industry where they've got shops all over Joburg, but also an importer as well. And one of their main product ranges is Racecraft. I've been using the Racecraft Camelback, I've been using the Racecraft tires for quite a while now, and I'm actually loving those products. But now we're going to start testing some of their hardware as well. So we went and dressed up the KTM. I call this thing a bit of a bling up. So we've kind of made it look almost like a KTM Power Parts package, something like you would get on a 6-day. So we went and changed the rear sprocket. We changed things up there. I wanted slightly different gearing, so the timing was great. So I went for a 48 on the back and I changed it to a 14 on the front. That's going to give me a little bit more range, a little bit more ability on some of the climbs to help out my very limited skill set. Also changed up the bling on the shifter pedal. So the tip, you can buy a little tip. Actually, the stuff is really, really cheap if you look at it. Little tip on the right-hand side, that's going to be on the brake lever as well. Went for the orange grab handle. So that's going to kind of blend in quite nicely with that bright orange seat. So it doesn't stand out too badly. And it actually works very well. Fits very tight on the seat also. Then we put the nut bolts on the front axle, so that just, all this stuff actually makes sense when you put it on the bike as well, especially because it's orange and it's got that lovely burnt kind of anodized orange color. And then the pièce de résistance for me on the bike is the 999 bend Racecraft bars. I love them, slammed low. It's my riding style. I like to kind of hunch over the front quite a lot, so keep my chin over the front axle. So love the bend, love the sweep on these. Obviously, bars are very much a personal preference, but I'm really enjoying the feel of these at the moment. My bar wraparounds fitted quite nicely in there. I've got the Cycras, the L-bands, but I think the bike kind of makes sense with all this stuff dressed up on it. It doesn't stand out too badly. It doesn't look like it's overdone or underdone. It kind of looks like it fits in. And I did a costing for you guys as well. All of these parts that I picked up from EMD cost just over 3,000 Rand. So that's not a bad upgrade, and some of it's practical, some of it's bling, some of it's fashion. Take it as you leave it, but go and check out the guys at EMD. We're going to be working with them and reviewing all of their Racecraft products, as well as a whole ton of stuff that you guys don't even know about, but we'll tell you all about that as time goes on. So watch out for more stuff coming in for the Hollywood and EMD hookup, and we'll be telling you all about what's coming up next. But right now, we're getting ourselves ready to go forward into GXCC racing time. That's coming up right now, this week. Get those entries in. It's going to be out at the Top Car. Very good venue. We have raced there before in the past. Not GXCC, but we have raced on other tours, so we know it races extremely well. And we're hoping and praying that there's not too much of that wet stuff still around. So get those entries in, and I'll come back to you very soon after we have wrapped up shop at the first racing weekend of June, and that is going to be GXCC's round number 4.